Greetings, adventurers. My name is Himmel, and in this video, we will find out how much Spina can you make by selling materials in Toram Online. Selling processable materials and farming is the first thing that most newbies heard when asking about guides to make Spina in Toram Online. It got me curious of how much Spina can you really make by selling these materials. With that, I spent days through farming and selling to see it for myself. There are 3 ways to sell materials, items, or service in the game. By joining groups in Facebook and posting the items or services that you are selling. You can also go to Discord and visit Toram Marketplace channels on various servers. And lastly, directly in-game by using Shout Chat to announce it to players that you are selling materials. The only thing you need from selling materials is a decent farmer character to farm high-level mobs. In my case, I'm using an enchanted storm farmer. From here on, I farmed on all spots that I believe are the most active places for farming. Summer shell and other processable materials. My bag is now nearly full of metal materials, so it's time for selling. The method I am using was selling it in-game, directly through Shout Chat. In this part, it might take longer time, depending on the players that are willing to buy materials that you are selling. It's sometimes sold fast, sometimes slow. Don't forget to check also the real-time price of the materials in the consignment board. After shouting for some time, finally, someone is buying metal materials. I decided to sell it for 60,000 Spina for 4 stacks metal. If you are still unaware, players buy metal materials mostly for equipment, customization of fill stats. For stats like natural MP regen and negative defense stats for potential return, metals are the consumed material. If we calculate the estimated profit that we can get by selling BREPA material, assuming that we can farm for about 100 stacks, divided by 4, as the number of stacks we can trade, that is 25 total trades per 100 stacks, multiplied by 60,000 as of the current market price. We can earn about 1,500,000 Spina per 100 stacks sold. Note that when doing trades with players in the game, you need to be quick enough to avoid delays when trading massive amount of materials. Since the first buyer did not bought all my stacks, I had to find another player to empty out my bag to try farming other materials. For the medicine and cloth materials, I decided to farm anglerfish. Currently, it is one of the most active places for farming the said process mats, as well as summer shell 2-drops. Basically, we will just repeat the process of knowing the CB price. Reduce a certain percentage, use Shout Chat, and then trade it to buyers to empty out our bags. Since angler meds and cloths were both sold for 70,000 Spina per 4 stacks, we would have a different profit calculation. Depending on the current material price and demand, you can definitely earn more Spina compared to what is shown in the video. Cloth materials. Just like metal is used for stats customization or fill stats. For stats like negative dodge for weapon and agility, processed clothes are consumed. On the other hand, medicine materials is for negative accuracy stats on armor and dexterity stats. Additionally, while it may be rare for players to buy medicine for planting land crops to increase material points for cooking buffs in their lands. After some time, my bags were empty again, so I decided to farm wood materials this time. Wolfler Mob is perfect for this, since it also drops summer shell. To be completely honest, I have not really tried material selling, even when I was still new in the game. I got interested in blacksmith early, and I invested most of my time learning, tanking, and trials on smithing mechanics. So this journey of trying out selling methods was really fun for me, and I get to realize the struggle of players, especially when you are new and does not have any decent farmer character. You might have noticed that wood materials, even at 100,000 Spina cost per 4 stacks. Most players will still buy it regardless. Woods is very essential for armor and weapon fill stats, especially if doing gamble formula. If you are familiar with supply and demand concept, then you will have the idea. But in Toram, the difference is that, regardless of the supply, so long as the demand is high, the price is always high. And if we calculate our profit, we see that it almost doubles the profit from selling Brepa metal. It's huge, but I do not recommend farming woods over and over because it will be overly saturated and that the demand may drop so low. What I suggest is to farm materials differently each time. It also helps you fight for the boredom of farming only one spot every day. For beast materials, I choose to farm Glaffer since it's summer and it usually becomes an active spot. For the price, it's basically the same as wood mat's 100,000 Spina per 4 stacks. Beast is also an essential material for fill stats. Many players are trying gamble formula, so it is only natural to have higher demand. To summarize, the informations we learned today for materials selling. We found out that the average farming time is about 40 minutes to 1 hour for full bag depending on the party. We also learned that the average selling time could be around 10 minutes to 20 minutes depending on the demand. And lastly, we found that the estimated Spina profit can range from 1,500,000 to 2,500,000 depending on the market price. But the question is it worth it? Or no? The answer would depends. Yes, for new players and those that enjoy farming more, and those that can manage their time from farming, leveling, and other game aspects. No, if you only play the game for few hours, and by spending most of your time farming, other factors will be compromised. But that clearly depends on you as a player. I hope you learned something from this video. I will see you again, adventurers. Goodbye and happy farming.